here again when we count down your top 50 games of the year. And the best duke it out for the golden filter. Will an old friend ride the win to the top spot? Or will some fighters with soul edge out the competition? You're about to find out right now on Filter. Welcome to Filter, a hand-picked top 10 video game countdown is voted on by you, the viewer, at G4TV.com. 2003 was a great year for gamers. From role-playing games to first-person shooters and Grand Theft Auto clones, there was something for everyone. Let's kick things off with a look back at some highlights from the world of gaming in '03.
...2003 was a really good year for gaming. There wasn't a big Grand Theft Auto type title this year, but there were a lot of really strong titles. So across the board, it was a really solid year.
This year, we've had tons of racing games like Need for Speed Underground, Our Racing Evolution, Project Gotham 2. That's one of the biggest trends that I've seen this year. It seems that racing games are kind of coming to life.
Sales on mature-rated games have been very high. The market is definitely growing up, and you're seeing a move away from the slew of mascot titles that we've seen in the past. 5 years ago, everything was Mario and cute little Sonic the Hedgehog. While these games are still popular nowadays, mature games are overtaking them.
Violence is in, and you need an excuse to shoot people, so let's give a really good story.
There are some big trends in 2003. All the consoles are getting online, except for the GameCube. A little behind the curve there, but Xbox Live is really strong.
The power of the headset, it's just awesome. You know, you play 16-player versus combat in Crimson Skies, and you talk to everybody on your headset.
The Game Boy Advance SP really rejuvenated the handheld market. Nintendo has owned that market, and the GBA SP just really cemented their place at the top.
The PlayStation 2 is far ahead. It's the most popular console on the planet, but Microsoft is really doing an amazing job catching up. I mean, the Xbox has been selling in droves thanks to online play. GameCube's still lagging in third, but the recent price drops have really given it a boost.
The coolest new peripheral is probably Sony's iToy.
iToy is a camera that plugs into the PlayStation 2 where you interact with the game via gestural movements.
It's the perfect, actually, game/peripheral. You have a house party and you want to have people who have never played games. You put on the iToy and they see themselves in front of the TV.
And there's no barrier to entry. I mean, some people just aren't dexterous with a controller, but this is something everyone can understand. Games like this, I think, bring back to the essence what's fun about games.
Yes, 2003 was a good year to be a gamer, but now it's time to sort out which ones for the best of the best. Envelope, please. Thank you. As you've just seen, there were plenty of top-notch titles in 2003, but we're only concerned with your top 50. Cracking the countdown is a formidable challenge, and so is making a good game based on a movie license. Somehow, Shiny Entertainment managed to do both, with Enter the Matrix at number 50.
Enter the Matrix was a gargantuan production with tons of footage from the movie, input and script from the Wachowski brothers.
The revolutionary game is the fact that it tied the movie elements together and came out in conjunction with the Matrix Reloaded, and the fact that some of the movie was told inside the game.
I cannot tell you what is going to happen.
If you're like a Matrix fan, it's pretty cool because like you basically get to do like a lot of nifty Matrix type moves in the bullet time.
The graphics was totally awesome, how they did those bullet scenes.
What made it a great game was the bullet time. That it improved on what Max Payne did. It was a great bullet time. Like you could just see the bullets just whizzing by you with effects. That was pretty good.
I'm the Alpha with your Omega.
While Neo and the kids of the Matrix are trapped in a virtual reality, the rest of us willingly put ourselves into a virtual world of a different sort. Star Wars Galaxies and Empire Divided sucked you in at number 49. Those of you who prefer frantic action to online role-playing gave Time Crisis 3 the spot at number 48. Speaking of frantic, WarioWare Inc. redefines the word with its 3-second games and takes number 47.
WarioWare was probably the most novel game of 2003. It wasn't just one thing, it was like dozens and dozens of really simple mini-games. It was put together so well, and it just had a really big charm about it, and it was definitely the most unique title this year.
If it were up to me, WarioWare Inc. would be way higher on this list. That game is one of the most fun, addictive, brilliant, unique games I've played this year. I couldn't put it down. It's so much fun, so unique. It's got so much personality.
It's kind of like my game, easy in, easy out. And it's just like, you know, it's so mental, you know, it's just like, wow, and blowing your mind. And, you know, you can imagine just the designers thinking about this stuff in game design sessions. It's like, any idea is a good idea. Just throw it out there. You know, the picking nose one, that's just brilliant.
May have a few mini-games that will challenge your mind, but Dante's World will challenge your reflexes. Shooting in at 46 is Devil May Cry 2. It's more sequel madness as Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution fights its way in at number 45. Master Chief makes his way to the PC with Halo at number 44. Homer Simpson meets Tommy Vercetti. The Simpsons Hit and Run pulls in at number 43. But trouncing all of them is a furry alien and his little robot friend. That's right, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando blasts into number 42.
Ratchet and Clank, it's probably the best platform game this year.
Ratchet and Clank is one of my favorites. It's a really fun hop and bop adventure that takes things to an entirely different level than prior games in the genre like Super Mario Sunshine did.
They've added lots of new moves, 30 new weapons, 20 new worlds, and it kind of takes the classic Mario gameplay but adds lots of guns and shooting and sniping and strafing.
How do you fit so many like weapons into one game, you know, and so balanced so perfectly, and you know, gameplay so solid, the world so solid, and the graphics are so nice, and overall just a really, really highly well-produced, highly executed game.
Dev team managed to pump up the visuals, pump up the style, make the game deeper and more interesting and still accessible.
Okay, Clank may be versatile, but can he do 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds? The tricked-out hot rods of Electronic Arts' Need for Speed Underground race in at number 41. Taking a cue from games like Gran Turismo, you can upgrade and modify your car with everything from nitrous injectors to pimpin' rims.
If you're talking about really high impact, really slick looking, fast racing games, it really doesn't get better than Need for Speed. It was just a gorgeous, gorgeous game, and it was just really beautiful, really fast, and had a good challenge there for hardcore gamers.
When I played that game, I was like, wow, you know, this is real speed in real 3D, and you feel it sitting on your couch. You're kind of leaning back as you're pressing the button.
Need for Speed Underground was one of the first games to really nail that underground racing, you know, Fast and Furious feel.
That's a great game. I just love that game. The effects in that game were beautiful. The blur, just the pavement, how the water just reflected everything off of it was beautiful. It was just beautiful.
It was one of those games that just came in and just from the first moment you saw it, you knew it was going to be cool.
So the question is, what color should your 300 horsepower 98 Dodge Neon be? Quicksilver or Imperial Jade? Coming up next, how far will a zombie-killing U.S. Army Ranger climb the charts? Will a dark cloud overtake the streets of L.A.? And what about the rest of this year's Filter winners? That's all coming up when Filter returns.
This portion of G4 is brought to you by True Crime, Streets of L.A.
The streets of L.A. are not as dangerous as you think. They're worse. The most insane driving game. The most ruthless fighting game. The most lethal shooting game is one sick game. True Crime, Streets of L.A. Rated M for mature.
Xbox. It's good to play together.
Mount up. We got the call.
SWAT on DVD. SWAT. Get the DVD locked and loaded with action-packed special features. Buy it December 30th on special edition DVD.
Now you can stop smoking for free. As a special limited time offer, before Easy Quit goes on sale at your local retailer, you can stop smoking in just 7 days for free. Introducing Easy Quit, the natural stop smoking system that helps you stamp out nicotine cravings. Why pay up to $150 for other products, patches, gum, and expensive prescriptions when you can stop smoking in just 7 days for free with Easy Quit? Thousands of people have used natural products to stop smoking, and now you can too.
I was smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and with Easy Quit, I quit in 3 days.
I was smoking for 9 years, and with Easy Quit, I quit in 7 days.
With Easy Quit, I quit smoking in 7 days, and I feel great.
Easy Quit has been the absolute best product I've come across to help quit smoking for good.
The secret is Easy Quit's unique combination of herbal ingredients designed to quickly eliminate nicotine from your body and reduce your desire to smoke.
I recommend Easy Quit because it's safe, it's effective.
It's a product that I'm going to continue to use in my practice as an effective way of helping people stop smoking.
Once Easy Quit helps you master the cravings, quitting is a breeze in just 7 days. In fact, because Easy Quit is natural, you won't have to worry about side effects like weight gain, nervousness, or insomnia. And think of the money you'll save after you've quit once and for all. So no matter how many times you've tried to quit, you owe it to yourself to give Easy Quit a try. Do it for your family. And most importantly, do it for yourself. Because now you can quit smoking in just 7 days. As a limited time offer, Easy Quit can be yours absolutely free before it's available at your local retailers. Time is running out, so call the 800 number on your screen right now to get the complete Easy Quit Stop Smoking System. A $159 value, absolutely free when you call today. As an added bonus, we'll also send you a 3-month supply of Easy Lung to help you on your way to a healthier, smoke-free life. A $90 value, it's yours free. Altogether, the complete Easy Quit system, including Easy Lung, is well over a $200 value, but it's yours absolutely free with this limited time offer, so don't delay. Call now.
Welcome back to Filter. I'm Diane Mizota, counting down the 50 best games of 2003. The rankings for Filter shows come directly from the responses you post on the G4 website. To make your vote count, log on to g4tv.com/filter and select the Filterator. Then choose a category, vote on a scale of 1 to 10, and we'll take care of the rest. While you're there, be sure to post your suggestions for topics and games you'd like to see covered in future episodes. Now back to the countdown as we work our way toward this year's winner of the Golden Filter. Envelope, please. Thank you. Thanks. With bumpin' tunes, old school ballers, and real-world street courts, NBA Street Volume 2 takes it strong to the hole at number 40.
NBA Street 2 did everything that NBA Street 1 didn't do, and I was really, really impressed with it.
Street, it improved on what the first one did. Better graphics, better gameplay, the addition of the double game breaker when you can pocket one of them and use it and do this incredible combo that can't be blocked. It was great.
I like it because how you can have like a team. When you can like hook up 4 controllers and plus have the internet adapter where you can even have more people. It is just totally awesome.
They found a way to take the real NBA feel and mix it with that, more personality and come up with something great that more people can like.
It's much more about kind of basketball lifestyle than it actually is about basketball, and I think that's actually very, very cool.
A lot of people that are just casual fans or not even sports fans in general get hooked on the game because it's just built so well and it's really addictive.
While basketball has its share of tough guys, they probably wouldn't want to tango with the characters in Guilty Gear X2. This distinctly Japanese 2D fighting game gets voted in at number 39.
Guilty Gear X2 really showed a lot of people that 2D fighting games still have a lot to contribute, and Sammy ate Capcom's lunch because they made them look like a bunch of fools. And now they're pairing up together. Capcom knows that they have to work with Sammy to really come together and be back at the forefront of the genre.
You don't see a lot of 2D fighting games anymore, and there were only a handful in 2003, and Guilty Gear was definitely the best of the bunch.
Personally, I like the art style and the really fast-paced action.
Guilty Gear may have its mix of strange and bizarre characters, but it doesn't get much weirder than Nazi zombies. Return to Castle Wolfenstein Operation Resurrection creeps into 38. Is there anything sexier than a chick who rides a dragon? Panzer Dragoon Orta flies into the 37 spot. At 36 comes the great crossover of 2D fighting giants known as Capcom vs. SNK2 EO. Getting a sense of deja vu? That's because some of these games have already made it on previous Filter lists. Here's a refresher to bring you up to date on all the winners of the past year. So, which did you go with? So, what did you choose? The polls are closed, your votes are counted, and your choice for the best online competitive story that changed Mario killing forever is... a thirsty, crack-fleeing rodent or a big-headed gabbit on the hunt for fish eggs. And your choice for the most anticipated game of E3 is... Halo 2. Metal Gear Solid. Tiny little Link and his fair Princess Zelda. Resident Evil and its many successors. And the game that made the biggest killing is Super Mario Brothers. And your choice for the biggest time suck ever is the Civilization series. The polls are closed, the votes are counted. The polls are closed, you counted your votes, and your choice for the biggest bad girl of all time, biggest, baddest monster, greatest film potential, coolest racing game, best Easter egg, biggest bad boy of all time, is Battlefield 1942, Super Mario Brothers. Solid Snake, Tommy the Steady. Now that you're all caught up, let's get back to the task at hand. The classic Command & Conquer series got its latest sequel this year with Command & Conquer Generals. With a brand new 3D engine and an arsenal of nuclear weapons that would make North Korea jealous, this is one strategy game that more than deserves its spot at number 35.
I want to blow something up.
Command & Conquer Generals, it's the best game ever made. It's real-time strategy game, hands-down game of the year.
I like it how it's strategy-based. You know, strategy for that game means a lot.
It's not so much a first person, it's more of like an overview where you kind of play like as like a god type of character and kind of control the armies and whatnot.
It's a little more fast-paced than the original Warcraft 3. There's like a lot of like the heavy weapons like nukes that take out like whole bases and stuff. I personally prefer more of the Blizzard Warcraft 3 games, but it's pretty fun if you want like a modern era military.
Get the expansion pack if you guys don't have it already. It's right up there. It's the best game ever.
Next we go from martial law to the long arm of the law with Nick Kane, a renegade cop and the lead character of True Crime Streets of LA. About time we had an Asian leading man. It comes in at number 34. While cops protect your freedom, the heroes in our next game wage war for it. Freedom Fighters puts you in the role of a plumber, naturally, who's fighting to rid an alternate New York of Soviet rule. You voted it number 33.
Freedom Fighters was a sort of a surprise. Just the premise of an alternate America where Russia was invading after a long Cold War was unique, and it's interesting to see people take on more serious and strange creative storylines like that.
Somebody in the United States, becomes a hero and try to help take back over the country. It has this plumber, feels he has to do something about it, so he goes out and tries to make a difference.
It was a good game. It was kind of like a squad-based game. You would tell your teammates to go here. You have like a grenade person or a sniper, or you'd be like a gunman. You just go in there and you can make like little formations, go around the enemy, do little tactics. It was a great game.
We go from tearing down the Iron Curtain to a Dark Cloud. Level 5 cel-shaded role-playing game Dark Cloud 2 is number 32. It's more sequel shenanigans with the car-crashing, pile-up smashing, fast-paced racing of Burnout 2 Point of Impact from Acclaim. Fans of reckless driving gave it enough votes for it to race in at number 31. We've managed to put a good dent in our list, but there's still a ways to go before we cross the finish line. Next up, some elite Special Forces units throwdown, and we'll see if a dark hero with a grudge can hold his own against some Padawans. We'll also take a no-holds-barred look at some of the most disappointing games of the year when Filter returns.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ashton. You're watching G4.
It's good to see what you and an Enzo Ferrari can do together. It's good to see drivers from 3 time zones in your rearview mirror together. It's good to show the streets of Florence where true art is together. Project Gotham Racing 2, rated E for everyone. It's good to play together.
The Medallion comes to DVD, and Jackie Chan kicks it into high gear. Sounds like fun. With deleted scenes, alternate ending, and more. Jackie Chan, The Medallion. Buy it now on DVD.
Over 1 million understand its strength. It can improve your energy, your shape. This is Bowflex Power Rod technology, and it can only be found on genuine Bowflex equipment, like the new Bowflex Extreme. Now you can get the results you want, the exercises you need, all at an affordable price. You've never seen this Bowflex before. Call 1-800-997-6100 now and get a free video or DVD and check out the new Bowflex Extreme. You can have a high-performance body. Just look for real Bowflex Power Rod technology, proven effective at burning fat and building muscle. Now you can own the new Extreme for no money down and payments as low as $33 per month. The Bowflex Extreme is not available in stores. You know you're ready. Let Bowflex help you get there. Call now for a free video or DVD today, because your results matter.
Japan's premier anime magazine is finally available in English.
To get any closer to the source,
You'd have to read Japanese.
packed with over 200 pages month after month.
Free bonus gear in every issue.
Posters, centerfold, manga, postcards, DVD.
Free in every issue.
New Type USA. It begins where the other anime magazines end.
Log on to www.newtype-usa.com and subscribe now.
Out of the house and out of control. The Sims are busting out. Ready for teach. Available on these gaming systems.
EA Games. Is your holiday just not performing? Then get G4's Holiday Joy, now with New Year's Day Marathon. Starting at 11 a.m., catch 15 hours of G4's year-end specials.
Welcome to our special 1-hour Year of the Cheat flashback. You ask, you receive.
You'll feel fresh, sparkly, and powered up.
Oh, yeah!
Got it? Good. Now move it.
The Holiday Joy New Year's Day Marathon starts New Year's Day at 11 a.m.
That's it. Slip to the right. Oops.
Filter. I'm Diane Mizoda, and we're counting down the top 50 games of the year. Remember, only one game will get the golden filter, so let's get to it. From old school ballers to girls riding dragons, we've made it through 20 games so far, and we're still going strong. They're considered the most highly trained soldiers in the world, both online and offline. SOCOM 2 U.S. Navy SEALs gives you a realistic game where strategy and tactics are just as important as steady aim. The SEALs storm in at number 30.
SOCOM 2 really picked up where the first one left off. It improved a lot of things. It kept the same addictive online play that made the first one so popular.
I think that's really becoming like the Counter-Strike of the consoles. A lot of people are playing it. It broke the record for like most people on in 2 days.
SOCOM, that's a pretty badass game, you know? It's definitely one of those games that when you're done playing it, you really feel like you could invade a third world country and kill whoever you have to get the job done. It's a lot of fun.
The headset and what they're doing with that is really, really great. This is natural progression of things, and we kind of look at it and say, oh yeah, you know, we knew that was coming. But it's still, you take a step back and look at the stuff, it's still fairly amazing.
It just improved everything the first one did, just kept it really tight, and it was just probably the best third-person action game on the PlayStation 2.
Chances are there wouldn't be a SOCOM game if it wasn't for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six series. Raven Shield one-ups the SEALs and takes number 29. At number 28 comes Monolith's epic role-playing game, Xenosaga Episode 1. Next, we go from the high-tech future to the medieval past with Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, at number 27. Then it's off to that proverbial galaxy far, far away with Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, which force jumps its way to number 26. At 25 is a game in which the Force isn't necessary to catch big air. It's SSX 3.
SSX3 is by far the best snowboarding game this year. It just moves incredibly fast, and the gameplay is really cool. It has that cool SSX combination of racing and pulling off tricks.
I can't believe how much action they get on the screen at once without any slowdown ever.
SSX3 has you on one big mountain, and it kind of does feel like a real mountain because you can go off the beaten path.
They added like 3 new mountain areas. They have specific tracks like trick, you know, freestyle and the races. Every map leads into every other map. The fact that the whole game is one giant mountain gives you a real sense of actual space.
The control feels very, very solid, and you are that person on that snowboard. But at the same time, you can do these crazy tricks and things like that.
You'll find yourself not putting that game down for 8 hours at a time. You know, you just keep building and getting new tricks and opening new maps. It's so addictive.
SSX3 has received critical praise and appears to be keeping EA big at the top of the extreme sports heap. But sadly, not every game can be a winner. Sometimes things just don't work out the way you'd like them to. Here's a look at some of the biggest bummers of 2003. Yeah, you're not going to get one of these. Sorry.
Jak 2 was a little disappointing. I really liked the first one. Second one, some of the missions were a little too tedious.
The new Final Fantasy, it didn't live up to the standards.
Xenosaga. Fell asleep one time playing it.
1080, I was really looking forward to that game. It made no forward advancement when compared to SSX3.
My biggest gaming disappointment of the year was the same disappointment I had in the movies, is The Matrix. I wasn't happy with the movies, wasn't happy with the game.
I think that the biggest disappointment for me this year was Mario Kart Double Dash.
It's not a horrible game, it's a big letdown. It wasn't that it was bad, just that it wasn't great.
The battle mode is really shallow and just not as fun.
It's still a fun game, but it loses out a little bit compared to its predecessor.
I was also disappointed in some of the other Nintendo titles, which is not something that usually happens. Nintendo's the one that comes with the big games, always. And you can always count on Nintendo to deliver these great games, but this year they really kind of dropped the ball.
So some of us have had our hearts broken, but don't worry, we've got plenty more good games coming your way. Envelope, please. Envelope, please. Thank you. Thank you. Jak 2 is the eagerly awaited follow-up to the PS2 hit Jak and Daxter. This sequel takes on a darker, grittier tone as Jak embarks on a quest for revenge. It turns out our hero isn't a fan of being locked up and treated like a guinea pig for 2 years. Go figure. Jak 2 is number 24.
Jak 2 tried to do more of a Grand Theft Auto thing, tried to give more freedom in that world. They had the hub-like city.
This one incorporated a lot of kind of open-ended gameplay with a huge world, Dark Jak, a little bit more mature theme. There are different vehicles you could get into. Dark Jak, the fact that Jak talked was kind of a big deal.
Let's do it.
I like how they mix kind of elements of, there's a little bit of MGS2 kind of stealth action, and there's, you know, GTA kind of action.
Jak 2, that's just fun. How they made it kind of GTA-ish, kind of platformer, kind of like, you know, all this stuff mixed into one. How they like gave Jak a personality this game was better. How he was kind of dark. The elements in that game were just great. Like little mini games they had when you had to like race these little rocket thingies was really great.
Let's keep this conga line moving. Scaring things up at number 23 is the latest in Konami's premier survival horror series, Silent Hill 3. Next, we go from undead zombies and creepy crawlers to street fighters and superheroes with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Looks like you just couldn't say no to pitting Ken against Wolverine as a dragon uppercuts its way to number 22. The punching and kicking continues with a different kind of superhero. Actually, it's the story of an average Joe turned mask and cape-wearing stud. Beautiful Joe comes in at number 21.
Beautiful Joe is incredible. It's just such a great game. It's got a great style to it. It just controls like a dream. He has these different powers where you can speed up and slow down time. That affects everything from, there's a fan blade and you speed up time, the fan blade spins faster, which will raise the platform. It's just a great playing game, like a really solid, fun, awesome game.
Beautiful Joe is definitely the most stylish game this year. It had a really cool cel-shaded 2D look. So it was a really awesome mix of old and new. It just was a beautiful fun that totally worked.
Games like this, I hope that they will continue to be made because they just show the playful side of gaming. I don't think it's a personality that can really exist outside of our medium.
Now that's my kind of superhero. With only 20 more games left on our list, the best is yet to come. Can Max Payne kick sand in the faces of some beach volleyball girls? And will Madden make it to the end zone, or will it have to punt? And you won't want to miss our first ever Filter Fashion recap. Not only that, but you'll get a peek at some of my less than perfect moments from the past year. Wait, no one told me about this. Where's my agent?
For a limited time, if you buy a Nintendo GameCube for $99.99, you'll get a bonus disc with 4 classic Zelda games free.
Attention all smokers. Now you can kick the habit in just 7 days. That's right, you can quit smoking in only 7 days guaranteed. Introducing the all-natural Smoke Away system, the herbal stop smoking program that works to completely stamp out your nicotine cravings in just 1 week. Smoke Away is easy, safe, and 100% effective or your money back. Fed up with expensive patches, prescriptions, and gums that often don't work? For less than the price of all of them, you can stop smoking in 7 days guaranteed. Over 100,000 people have used the Smoke Away system.
I like the fact that Smoke Away is all natural, and it really works. I was on the patch for 5 months with absolutely no results. I did smoke away for 3 days, and I've been smoke-free ever since.
Smoke Away has added years to my life. I know now I can enjoy my kids growing up and their kids growing up.
Thanks to Smoke Away, we've been smoke-free for 2 years and saved $2,000. Thank you, Smoke Away.
The secret is the unique combination of all natural herbal ingredients that work to completely and naturally eliminate your body's craving for nicotine with no side effects like insomnia, tension, or weight gain. So now you can quit quickly and effortlessly without the agony of withdrawal.
It's safe. It's highly effective. I've had tremendous success with my patients using the Smoke Away program. In fact, I had a patient who had smoked for 25 years and quit in 2 days using the Smoke Away program.
Smoke Away is the only all-natural program that's guaranteed to help you quit smoking in only 7 days, no matter how long you've smoked, no matter how many times you've tried to quit before. It's true. If you started the Smoke Away program today, in 7 days, you could kick the habit 100% guaranteed or your money back. Don't be a slave to smoking anymore. Pick up the phone and order your Smoke Away system now.
To order Smoke Away, call 1-800-259-3568. That's 1-800-259-3568. So call 1-800-259-3568 and order today.
Here's what's happening on Pulse. You've watched the TV show, seen the movies, maybe even played previous games in the series. But we'll show you the first appearance of Mission Impossible on next-generation consoles. Plus, the USO has been entertaining troops and boosting morale all over the globe for more than 60 years. But the troops have never been entertained like this before. That's what's coming up this week. For all the news in the world of games, make sure to watch what you play, right here on Pulse.
That's it. Little to the right. Oops.
Welcome back to Filter. I'm Diane Mizota. Let's get back to our countdown of the top 50 games of 2003 as we get closer to the golden filter. You'd think that people would be smart enough not to piss off a guy with a name like Payne, but apparently mobsters and hitmen just can't help themselves. Our favorite renegade cop made a huge comeback this year with both guns blazing as Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, comes in at number 20.
Max Payne 2 is great because of the mature, realistic, gritty world mixed with the unreality of the bullet time and the TV drama.
Really kind of gritty action game, very, very much like a film noir movie, inspired by, the classic Hollywood style.
One of the really interesting parts of it is just like the stylish ragdoll physics. Like you can shoot somebody or bomb somebody, they'll flail about.
It's fun, and it's where games are headed, I think, and in a good way. Pushes the boundaries a little bit.
The game really offered a pretty singular thrill, which was just shooting people. Managed to do it really well, really stylishly, and really never got tiring, which was pretty impressive.
Really, who needs action movies when you've got Max Payne? If you prefer fighting vampires to tussling with gangsters, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow is the game for you. It comes in at number 19. You won't find vampires in the darkness of Midnight Club 2, but you'll get plenty of fast cars and urban tracks. Rockstar's Racer is number 18. From race cars to golf carts, it's Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, driving in at number 17. Now, let's speed things back up with one of the fastest racing games ever to hit a home console, F-Zero GX.
F-Zero GX, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. The colors radiate from everything. Everything is colorful, pulsing, moving at all times. Nintendo really is doing very, very well with their flagship titles and making them very pretty.
It took a long time for Nintendo to come up with another F-Zero game, and this one was definitely worth the wait. It moves incredibly fast as a racing game of that style should.
The level of difficulty in that was insane. How you could be in first, you could hit the wall or accidentally flip upside down on the top of the track and someone can just come by and zoom past you.
probably too hard for me, but a lot of gamers out there will love the challenge.
Just to like get that little extra boost and just zoom past them, you know, see the look of defeat on their faces is great.
If F-Zero is a bit too out there for you, perhaps a more down-to-earth sport like football is what you're looking for. If that's the case, no one does it better than EA Sports. Madden NFL 2004 comes in at number 15. Sometimes football players fumble and sometimes quarterbacks throw interceptions. The point is, nobody's perfect. So let's take a break from our countdown for our first ever Filter Fashion Recap and also look at some of my best moments from 2003.
But I'm personally a fan of a bigger, oh hell, sorry.
Who writes this?
Matt Hoffman's second serving of BMX finishes the countdown at number 3.
Kick me in the head! What?
That sucked. Balls.
Kick me in the head! 3 times! 3 times!
4. Who writes this crap?
Cook up a mad spell. Cook up a mad spell.
Who writes this shit? Have you ever lost a loved one to gaming? We thought we'd let a few people. Here are some stories from those who have lost loved ones. Video games. So close! Who writes this? I don't like to share my camera time.
The best action sports game of all time.
It slices people open. A lethal sword that's I just can't realize this sword. Who picks this schlock? How dumb. Her boobs jiggle. I smell an Emmy. If you liked those threads, then you'll love the duds that the hero of Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time is sporting. But this prince is more than just a snappy dresser. He can also handle a sword. The return of the Prince of Persia series takes the throne at number 14.
Prince of Persia is the return to a classic gaming franchise.
Jordan Mechner created the Prince of Persia series back in like the Apple II series. I mean, this game was basically Lara Croft before the Tomb Raider was around.
Well, one thing's for sure, you know, Prince of Persia is definitely a beautiful game.
It's a blend of action, puzzle, and platform gameplay.
Full of, you know, beautiful visuals, incredible acrobatics, really cool sort of bullet-time slow motion effects.
It's like most acrobatic puzzles where you have to swing from this ledge, jump over here, double jump here, run across the wall. It's just, and the combat is just so stellar.
The crux this time is you control time itself, so you'll be fighting bad guys, and you can, if you mess up in your attack, you can rewind the battle and try it a different way.
Overall, one of the most surprising games of the year.
Did you see the abs on that kid? I wouldn't wear a shirt either if I was built like that. And I was a guy. So that one was for the ladies, but this next game is definitely for the fellas. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball features the girls of the DOA fighting series and spikes its way to Lucky 13. Another game from the mind of DOA Extreme creator Tomonobu Itagaki is Ninja Gaiden. This revival of the classic NES game is number 12. He may not be a ninja, but then again, can a ninja pull off a Sailfish McTwist combo? Tony Hawk has been defying gravity with his moves and breaking sales records with his games for years. So it's no surprise that Tony Hawk Underground got your vote for number 11.
Tony Hawk's Underground is the best action sports game, and it's the latest in the line of the best action sports series out there.
I like it because how Tony Hawk put his attitude in the game. It's more action in the game, a lot better tricks, you know, a lot better stunts.
This time you create your own amateur skater and try to work your way up on the streets.
You start off in New Jersey and you impress the locals and try to get sponsored by your local skate shop. And then from there you move on as you travel around to other levels all over the world, and that's all part of you becoming a pro.
And one of the really cool features with it is that you can send in a picture of your face and Neversoft will actually put it onto a character in the game and send it right back to you.
In Tony Hawk's Underground, you can get off your board at any time. When you're off your skateboard, that frees you up to climb on things. You can climb up, buildings and up ladders. It's a nice way to just cruise around the level.
With only 10 more games to go, we're that much closer to the golden filter. Stick around to find out who comes in at number 1. Will a band of knights take the top spot, or will a small adventurer be the victor? We'll also find out what some of your New Year's resolutions are for 2004, and maybe even make a few resolutions of our own. Stay tuned for more Filter.
Women love perfectly groomed men, but grooming certain areas can be a problem. Razor blades can cut you, and scissors can poke you. Now there's Microtouch, designed to go where razors and scissors shouldn't go. For safe, precise grooming that gets as close as a blade, yet is safe to the touch. The sleek design gives you perfect control, so you can keep the back of your neck barbershop perfect by yourself. Remove unsightly ear hair with just a touch. Embarrassing nose hair, gone like that. Sideburns straight and even. Mustaches and beards neat and clean. Got bushy eyebrows? Just snap on the guide and perfectly groom them in seconds. Look at the difference. Microtouch grooms from head to toe and anywhere in between. Shoulders, arms, chest, or back. Powerful enough for the tough stuff, yet gentle even on the most sensitive skin. The secret? Our precision cutting system that cuts hair but doesn't cut skin. It gets as close as a blade, yet is safe to the touch. Guaranteed. The Snap-on Guide lets you control just how much hair is removed. Remove a little, a lot, or remove it all and show off that hard body. What a great way for women to keep the men in their life perfectly groomed, or for moms who want to keep their kids looking neat and clean between haircuts. Microtouch replaces expensive trimmers like these and goes places they can't with micro precision. A $40 value for only $14.99. So avoid those risky razor cuts. Put down the pointy scissors and go with Microtouch, the safe, precise solution for everyday grooming. Call now and you'll also get our 10-piece precision grooming kit. It includes every grooming tool you need to always look your best. A $40 value, yours absolutely free. You get it all. The Microtouch Precision Groomer and this beautiful 10-piece grooming kit, an incredible $80 value for only $14.99. But you have to call now. Here's how to order.
To order your Microtouch, call 1-800-314-2929 or send a check or money order to the address listed. So call 1-800-314-2929.
Sing the hits of the stars. It's party time karaoke. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. Sing your favorite songs on each album. Pop it. R&B hits. You're the star when you sing karaoke. Rap hits. Dance hits. Country hits and even oldies. Endless hours of party music. It's party time karaoke.
Available now at all Best Buy stores.
Watch, entertain, enlighten. G4, the 24/7 cable network dedicated to video games, presents G4, hosted by Jamie Kennedy, with exclusive previews of Madden 2004, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, Final Fantasy X-2, and much more. Plus, live bands and the first annual Glow Awards. G4, presented by EB Games and G. Next, only on G4, TV for gamers.
Welcome back to Filter. I'm Diane Mizota, and we're counting down the 50 best games of 2003. We finally made it to the top 10. While the last 40 games we've covered are well worth your precious gaming time, the remaining titles on our list should be nothing less than gaming gold. And gold is exactly what you get when you cross one of the greatest RPG developers with the one and only Star Wars franchise. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic uses the Jedi mind trick to come in at number 10.
by far, KOTOR is my favorite Xbox game of the year.
It is a huge, deep RPG that at the same time gives you an incredible amount of freedom.
A lot of Star Wars games, if you play Darksided, it doesn't really work. Like at some point you're kind of forced to be good, but here you can actually be completely evil, and you know there's consequences, but you can get to the end of the game being evil, which is, you know, a lot of Star Wars fans like that.
It's just a damn good story. On top of like it being a Star Wars game, that it's just, there's actually moments in the story where you, like, your mind is blown and you actually feel for the characters, and you know that goes beyond games. It's good storytelling.
It's incredible. It's actually the way they present these moral dilemmas to you throughout the game is very impressive, and it really raises that game to the art, level of art.
That type of depth, while retaining low barrier to entry, where it's easy to just start playing the game and not get bogged down in just semantics, is one is the direction our industry should go.
Next, we go from lightsabers and force powers to swords and sorcery. The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King rides in at number 9. Continuing the fight against evil is Jade, the leading lady in Ubisoft's Beyond Good and Evil. This French game from the creator of the Rayman series is number 8. We go from fighting the good fight to waging war in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Originally a PlayStation title, this strategy/role-playing game is now on the Game Boy Advance and leads the charge at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is Castlevania Lament of Innocence for the PlayStation 2. This latest sequel in the series reveals the history of the vampire-hunting Belmont family and takes the series back into the 3D realm. It's more swashbuckling at number 5, only this time with a slightly shorter and cuter hero. It's The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past on the Game Boy Advance. Nintendo gets another game in the top 10 with Mario Kart Double Dash for the Nintendo GameCube. It mushroom boosts its way to number 4.
Mario Kart Double Dash is so much fun.
Mario Kart Double Dash really did what Nintendo's best at doing, and they showed they've done all throughout GameCube, is polishing one of their formulas until it shines.
It's a sequel to the game that spawned, an entire genre that's really pretty well overstuffed with Me Too's.
The kart racing genre has never been better than when Mario is behind the wheel, and this is the best of the 3 Mario Kart games. Gorgeous visually. It adds a lot to the multiplayer to have 2 people controlling the karts at once.
Mario Kart Double Dash is a really awesome multiplayer game that lots of people can play either on a single console or by LAN play.
I can only shake my head at Mario Kart. It's a fun game, but it's not great, and I think that it made your list because a lot of people are voting it in based on the Mario Kart brand. That's really too bad because this game is not that awesome. 4th best game of the year? I don't think so.
Sure, Princess Peach may be able to power slide with the best of them, but can she sing and dance? Well, here's a trio of heroines who can save the world and cut a single while they're doing it. Yuna and the lovely ladies of Final Fantasy X-2 dance their way to number 3. Only 2 games left, but before we head into our Filter Face-Off, let's take a second to think about what you want to do for your New Year's resolution.
My New Year's resolution for 2004 is to play more online, because that's the future, that's where it's all going.
I'm trying to learn how to conquer this Medal of Honor game, but I'm not really good at coordination skills.
Try to beat the games that I buy, because I kind of didn't beat Castlevania.
Really, I just want to be able to sit down and play and beat games more. I just don't have the time. Over the holiday, I've vowed to kind of sit down and play through games and beat them and feel good about myself for beating them.
Definitely to branch out. As a gaming editor, I'm exposed to just about everything that comes out. We all have our personal tastes, our likes and dislikes. I'm always trying to strive to play more games and more genres that I normally wouldn't touch.
I'm trying to cut back, definitely. Last year in college, so I think it's about time to stop. Get that one last game in.
If I were to be completely honest, I would say to play a little less.
I just can't wait for more games to come out, and I just want to play as many as I can.
One of my big resolutions is to get back in touch with console games. I lost touch with them after the Super Nintendo days, and it seems like people are really starting to make more than just a generic platformer. People are coming out with really intuitive new ideas, and it's a good time for games.
My New Year's resolution is to, I think, just overall get better at games. I'm getting my ass beat by everyone. I play a lot of sports games. Madden, I used to be great at that game. Now I'm terrible. So I'm left playing games like Tiger Woods golf, like by myself,
As for my own New Year's resolution, I promise to never ever flub a line again. The last thing I need is another clip of outtakes. But enough about me, it's time for a Filter face-off. In one corner, we have Shigeru Miyamoto's latest hit, The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Link is back in cartoon form, and he's looking better than ever. In the other corner is Namco's 3D fighting king, Soul Calibur 2. No longer limited to just one system, this fighter features exclusive characters for each console, from Spawn for the Xbox to Tekken's Heihachi on the PlayStation 2. It's the showdown of the year with these two gaming giants, but only one will take home the Golden Filter.
Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker was a lot of fun, very similar in ways to the N64 version. It's a fun game.
It's just so beautifully polished and really well put together. It's really just the perfect evolution of that series.
Wind Waker, I think, would probably win that face-off just because there's a lot more depth to it. It's an unfair advantage, really, when you have an adventure game squared off against a fighting game, because unless that fighting game is really, truly, intensely deep, it does lose a lot of playability. It's a tough one, because both of those games are really pretty.
I think everyone that's been playing games for a while is a Nintendo fan at heart, and, you know, my heart's there too. I gotta go with Zelda.
It really is it's the literature of fighting games. You know, the controls are so tight. You know, it's almost like choreographed dancing when you're playing right. You know, it's beautiful.
Not only is it deep and beautiful, it's easy to get into, but as you become a better player, the game sort of nurtures your skills.
In a Filter face-off, I would have to go with Soul Calibur 2 because it didn't leave my Xbox for months. You can just keep playing, and you keep learning more. The more you play, the better you get. The more you want to play, the better you get, the more fun it is. It's wonderful.
The depth of play is amazing. You can pick up one character and play exclusively as that character for years. It is, without question, the best fighting game ever put together.
So, who came away with enough votes to be Filter's top game of 2003? Envelope, please. Thank you. The polls are closed, the votes are counted, and the Golden Filter goes to Soul Calibur 2. Clap it up, that's right, clap it up. Soul Calibur 2 could not be here to accept the award, so G4 will accept it on their behalf. Don't feel too bad for Link, though, since he does make an appearance in the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2. He was going to be a winner either way. That wraps it up for Filter's top 50 games of the year. Remember, the opinions expressed on this show are yours, not mine. So make your vote count on future episodes by logging on to the Filter show page at g4tv.com/filter. I'm Diane Mizota, and we'll see you next year here on Filter. Somehow Steinke... Who writes this?
We're pick it up from the top.
That would be Lee. That would be Lee Quo, everyone. Nice. I need coffee. Race in at number 40. Nice. Well, there's nothing. It says take envelope. I read what's up there and I do it. Coming in at number 6 is Castlevania Don't touch my hair. Nice. Where's my mochaccino?
4, 3.